Hi guys, welcome to another movie crew review. Today we'll be reviewing Predator Badlands.
The movie stars Elle and Dimitrius.
So Predator Badlands sees a young predator cast out from his clan and has to go out and make this big kill, his first kill, and he teams up with a synth played by Elle. So we're going to get into a review today. Moon's going to start us off.
I love alien movies, Predator movies, most of them. I think Dan directed Prey, that was great as well. He directed 10 Cloverfield Lane, that was amazing. So all the alien movies and Predator, they have same formula that we are with the humans and the creatures gonna hunt them. But here we are doing something really, really different, and I love it because we are with Predator throughout the whole movie, and he's sort of the underdog here. He's not gonna like he's going to kill, but we are with him, and we are throughout his journey, and we're learning about more about him, and everything start from the to the finish. I really, really enjoyed this movie. It's really hard to sympathize with a character. Basically we've been love and hate because we love watching Predator kill people, but at the end he is the bad guy. But here we learn about their upbringing, like the whole Yaochak clan, and so he's been whatever happens. I don't want to spoil much here. He goes off to another planet, and he meets the Synth Elle character Thia, and we sort of start this journey. He doesn't emote much emotions because he's grieving, and I like the process bit. Uh, the world looks beautiful. It's very horrific. Like all the creatures, all the plants, trees, they really look horrifying. And the way they use all of it and how they tie it down till the very end is done beautifully. Deke is after this creature, Khaleesi, and Elle the Thea, she is after him. So I don't want to again spoil anything, but the way they tie everything down is so beautifully done, because I'm not supposed to emote emotions here, but I do, because how well it is written. So props to the writing of this movie. Like I said, the movie looks beautiful. Like we are basically in the same planet throughout the whole movie. The fights look amazing because he has a red sword. It sort of looks like a lightsaber. And Elle she has to play two different characters here, Thea and Tessa. And I think she did a great job because like there was a scene, both of them were talking and they had different emotions. And I really love that bit because she's a great actor, so I can tell from there. And the score of the movie is really epic. That ties down with the whole epic tone of the movie. And there's a Wayland, the corporation here. I think if you know, you know. So they probably will explore other things. I don't want to spoil again because I'm hoping they are going. The movie ends on a cliffhanger, sort of. So if they go down on that path, I would love it because I really want to watch another AVP movie, I would say. Yeah. So yeah, really, really enjoyed this movie. I've actually blown how good the writing is and how much I enjoyed this. Cameron?
Yeah, I'm usually turned away to watch any Predator or Alien movies just for the thrill and the suspense that those movies give. But watching this trailer, I was really excited. It seemed more action packed and a bit more not suspenseful and thrillerish. So I watched the movie and I had a fun time, great time. I mean, this was right up my alley. It's super sci-fi, full of aliens, and I think the creatures in this looked amazing. The predator itself, he looked so cool. I mean, usually it, all I've seen is them in the masks. So to see him unmasked pretty much the whole movie was really good. And just the way his mouth moves and stuff was so realistic. I thought they did that so well. For for a duration of the movie, it really didn't look cheap at all. And all the creatures looked so different and none of them looked the same. And I think that was really good. I mean, Moon said it, the landscape and the planet itself looked picturesque. I mean, it just I was blown away. Even the home planet, it looked bare, but it looked what it should be. And the score, I agree with Moon. I mean, it was epic. sort of had that Dune feel to it. And just, yeah, the sci-fi nature of this movie was just really good. The fights, the choreography was amazing. The only thing I would say is the humor for me, it didn't fit. I mean, it just took away from the Predator's supposed to be this edgy killer, and then that sort of just took it away. I mean, it was only one or two scenes here and there, so I can't really. Didn't ruin the movie at all for me. Just those little parts, I was just a bit taken back because this guy's supposed to be a killer. I mean, they were doing the emotions and feeling for the character without the humor, which was keeping it serious and keeping him with the edge. But just sort of that humor just pulled it back for me. But that's really the only bad thing I have to say about this movie. I mean, Tia, Tessa, I didn't know they were the same actress until they were actually face to face. And I'm looking at the noses and I'm like, oh, yeah, she's probably the same actress because even though when they were separate, I'm just like, ah, there must be two different sisters because they're depicted as sisters. And yeah, until they were face to face, I put it together and I'm like, wow, she's doing a fantastic job. And yeah, just overall, I really love sci-fi and action-packed sci-fi, and this was just right up my alley, and I enjoyed every minute. John?
Yeah, I got to agree with Moon and Cameron here. I think that the sci-fi epic that this was done fantastic in terms of the scale for $100 million budget. It looks like a $250 million film. So right off the bat, I think the Predator character is explored really well. I think that he was interesting in terms of throughout all the Predator films thus far, except for Predator Killers of Killers, uh, there's a big mystique around them, and they're like very ominous kind of character. You don't really know much about them. So it was good to see an exploration and go off on a different path this time to actually see what their cultures are like and actually explore things that when they're going wrong, because always the predators, always got the upper hand. He's always the big bad, and the humans that he's coming after are the ones getting taken. So I thoroughly enjoyed this aspect of the film. It's probably not going to be for everybody. I personally loved it. I like the fresh take. I think that Elle Fanny's character, interesting take on a synth, kind of a bit different to your like David's from Prometheus, being part of that Weyland-Yutani corporation aspect of the film. Synths are like one of my favorite things from the Alien franchises, that I have them here is something that, again, added points to the film. It's a different kind of synth as well, because very happy, very perky, compared with um Thia, who's the other synth. So I don't want to spoil too much, but Al Fanning plays two of the synths, and they've got very different personalities, even though they're kind of from the same make. So I thoroughly enjoyed the performance on that. I think the Predator did a great job of instilling like the fierceness, being somebody who's cast out in a newbie essentially to this whole killing. And you could see that at the start, how little experience he has and kind of skill. And then by the end of the film, how much his skill has progressed just from being out in the wild and traversing this planet that everything is pretty much trying to kill you. So for me, I think the story was simple. It went a nice direction, but it was good action, good in terms of the score and the soundtrack that goes with it. It really instills that kind of sense of action and drama. Not really that much of a thriller. So there's like the other Predators, you do have like a couple of things, but it's not really like a jump scary kind of a film. So again, something different. I enjoyed immensely. And I think overall, like, it's a great entry into the franchise. I'm interested to see where we go from here. I'm hoping that we get some kind of alien crossover, but at the end of the day, I'm just happy with what we got. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the film.
And I think I really want to point out is the language here. We don't like zoom in and zoom out and predators are speaking English or whatever, but here predator speaks their own language, and the way they use language to sort of as English as a translation, I think they did a pretty good job because at the end they sort of use that as an advantage as well. I really appreciate that. And I think this movie is PG-13, if I'm not wrong. And this movie is graphic as hell. So the way they used like blood and everything, but there is not actual like human blood, so they can show it on the screen. So that was pretty cool, I guess. Yeah.
It's the violence of an R-rated Predator film.
Yeah, it is.
In Australia, it's M. In America and Europe, it's PG-13. And when I heard the rating, I was a bit like, is this going to be another like RoboCop where everything's dulled down? But it's not. It's the synth blood is, you know, all those scenes are really good in terms of that. And yeah, going on your point about the language,
Yeah.
I think it was for Prey, potentially Killers of Killers. They actually wrote like a specific Predator language, so that it was always consistent when they talk in the film. So it's not just like some made up stuff.
Yeah.
So good to see consistency in that aspect, because pretty much up until like the last couple of films, you didn't really hear her talk that much.
Yeah. It's
Pretty much at all. Yeah. Yeah, it's good to see.
Yeah, one thing I couldn't help thinking was at the beginning of the film when Predator meets Thea and he puts her on her back. It just reminded me so much of Empire Strikes Back when Chewbacca's carrying C-3PO on the back. I think that was a little tie-in for me. And just also like Moon said at the start, just the way he adapts and he uses the world to his advantage. I thought that was just absolutely superb. It kept me intrigued, and just even the gadgets he had, the details, it just all looked amazing. All right, guys, we're gonna give our scores.
Yep.
Moon, how many Predators out of 10?
I'll give it 8 Predators out of 10.
John?
Yeah, I'll give it 8.25 Predators out of 10.
Yeah, I'll give it 8.5 Predators out of 10. All right, guys, make sure to like, subscribe, check out our socials, and we'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.